Good evening. Welcome to another episode of weekly market analysis. This one is going to be very fast so that we get on with it. Okay. Okay. So the the monthly forecast for gold was that price enters this fair value gap, and price has done exceedingly greater than what we expected. It went all the way to touch this week. Went all the way to touch this week. And then my forecast was for price to go above this high, wick above it over here, and then start coming down. But since this is the monthly time frame, and it's okay to expect something like this because it can go all the way up here. And then we have, I think, 15 days more for price to come all the way down. So that's good. That's expected. So I'm still expecting price to, you know, jump down from here and then come all the way to attack these lows, enter this fair value gap. When you go on the 3 months time frame, this is a fair value gap. So let's go to the weekly. In the weekly, I forecasted that this order block was going to get taken out. Yes, on the weekly, and then I went on the daily and the 4 hour to how do you say, fine tune it. I went to refine it. That's the word I was looking for. I went to refine it because when you go on the daily and the 4 hour, there's still another block inside this other block. So it's a strong zone. And on top of that, too, there was a previous high over here. So there's liquidity over here, and price went above, took out this high, entered this level, and started dropping down. Now, for the next week's candle, what I'm forecasting is for it to come into this fair value gap. As to the specific day is going to come, I do not know, because after tapping into the daily fair value gap that's here, it went below it small, took out the liquidity, and then jumped back up. You understand? After doing that, it gave me the idea that maybe price wants to do another phase up, and it may not be price coming into this fair value gap. It may just be, something like this. um Let me look for a bullish move. Yeah, maybe something like this. Price close not so far from the high created, and then it started going up again. So that's what is giving me the indication of what price is trying to do. Now let's go on the daily. On the daily, we still have the order block here because the daily time frame came tap into the fair value gap but did not tap on the order block, and then this is a strong zone we are waiting for price to come and then react at. If you look in hindsight, you'd see price reacting like this week. This candle formed a doji in this level, in this space, and then this and this too, you know these levels, you understand? So I'm still looking for price to do something like that, come all the way to this level. But Monday, the following days are going to give me the right things to expect in price, as I'm still seeing heavy bullishness on price. Price could do something like this, just come all the way down, tap here, and then continue going up. Price looks like he really wants to be bullish. So we are going to follow the trend until price gives us a strong sign of wanting to be bearish. Now, on the 4 hour time frame, on the 4 hour time frame. Friday came out. This is where Friday traded to into this fair value gap on the daily, and then immediately started shooting up. My guess is Friday's candle is going to shoot up, poke above this high, and then start coming down again. Now, note, if this is where I believe price wants to get to, somewhere here, this premium level, and then come down. But that is what I believe. I'm just waiting for price to show what it wants to do. As to how price was moving on Friday after I had rejected this level, as to how price was moving, it gives me the strong indication that price really wants to, come down, create some sort of resistance, sorry, some sort of support over here, and then keep going up. So maybe come all the way down, bounce off of this level, and then go up and take out this high. Then after that, we can see price, showing signs of wanting to come down, or price could just come all the way down and ignoring any bounce off of this high. But I believe this level, this particular level, will get taken out. So that's for gold. So ultimately, I'm bearish for gold, but my that perspective is subject to change under whatever market condition I see. BTC USD. This was very expected from BTC. Um, so I expected something like this to happen on BTC because BTC has some sell side liquidity here that it has to take out, and then during Friday's trading day, I was expecting it to this candle to just continue trading down, but it didn't do that. It started going up, and when it started going up, it gave me the hint that okay, this is just a liquidity and it's driving to this order block, and it eventually drove to the order block. So it eventually drove to that order block and then showed a sharp rejection. So we can see that rejection. The sharp rejection is coming down. We have 3 more hours until this particular candle closes, and then the next candle, starts pushing down with a lot of force. That's what I think is going to happen on BTC. So BTC, I'm bearish up until this point, down until this point, sorry. Go to the 15 minutes time frame and see. Yes, so something like this, very much expected, very much expected to go all the way down. Maybe rise to take out this high. I don't know, but ultimately we are going down on BTC. XAGUSD. Let me see from the monthly. For the reason why I'm a bit chill on my analysis with gold is that XAGUSD took out this low before it started going up. So since gold follows the pattern of silver, it's trying to influence my decision on saying both of them are extremely bullish for the remaining parts of the month. But this is a strong close for me to believe that price is reversing. Maybe it can go all the way to this point. That's why I'm seeing bullish movement on gold to maybe a little bit higher before it starts coming down. Understand? So XAGUSD was bullish. Yes. So maybe a poke above this high, take out this high, and maybe come all the way here because this is where price expanded from. So the order block could be residing in this level. Yes, so 50%. So I think price will walk all the way up here. But that's what I think. I think price too can do anything it wants to do. So Mm, so 50%. If price reaches this high, it's going to be a same piston of this impulsive move upwards. So I wish to see, I I wish to, or I'm forecasting higher prices on XAGUSD. I believe it's going to come to that high. It's going to, drive all the way to this high, and maybe see some small movement all the way to this level or even above this level. Let's go to, not doing Euro USD. Last week I added US oil because I like the price action, but I'm not going to do it for this week. I'm going to go straight to GBPUSD and GBPUSD. GBPUSD bullish for GBP. However, it has taken out this previous high, so there's going to be some sort of retracement for GBPUSD before it continues. If it does not, right, then this is just a liquidity sweep and then it's going to continue going down. But I believe GBPUSD has a lot more in it to continue going up because this is like a serious structure shift. Price came down, swept this liquidity, came all the way to this order block, and then started moving upwards. It shows that market makers are in to send GBPUSD high. So just this small, um, fake out is not convincing enough to say that GBPUSD is going to keep selling. I still think it's going to buy. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame. So sorry, my hair is itching. Okay, yes, I remember why I do this now. Since this particular low got taken out, our best option now is to go for this high. You see this high. If not, there may be a sweep below this low, then the next candle goes all the way up to take out this high. So thank you for tuning into today's weekly analysis. I'm going to post the video straight away and then send the links to the necessary servers, communities, and platforms. Thank you very much.